Education Secretary Gillian Keegan has basically admitted that hundreds more schools could be affected by this Raac, this lightweight form of concrete built throughout the 1950s to the 1990s, which is really prone of crumbling and risks the safety of pupils. We know that 156 schools have already been affected by this and either already have mitigations in or are having to make last-ditch arrangements for the start of term, be it off-site classrooms, pop-up marquees being used as classrooms, or even a return to sort of lockdown-style remote teaching. But what she said is that many schools still haven't returned questionnaire surveys, which potentially could highlight more Raac in their classrooms. And so she is waiting for this. This could be a 1,000 schools who haven't done this yet. And so we could see another 100 schools, hundreds more schools even, which have this. And that poses sort of a really worry to parents who are sending their kids back to school, not knowing whether or not Raac could be in their buildings or not. Well, this has sort of been the day from hell for Gillian Keegan, really. She had a very fiery set of interviews this morning. She was sent out by Downing Street to do the morning round. And in one of her interviews with ITV, she was caught on camera thinking that the cameras had stopped rolling and that her mic was off. And she basically started hitting out at the reporter.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Does anyone ever say, you know what, you've done a good job because everyone else has sat on their arse and done nothing? No signs of that, no?
Now, obviously, this has sparked complete incredulity, not just among opposition parties, people like Labour, who you'd expect to maybe put the boot in on this, but even Downing Street. And Rishi Sunak has come out calling her comments wrong. Downing Street haven't denied that they asked Gillian Keegan to apologise. And so she's done another round of interviews this afternoon in which she has apologised for it.
I am sorry for the language, and I didn't mean it at anyone in particular. I was actually frustrated with the interview because he was kind of making out it was all my fault. But I think the most important thing is we have new evidence, we have to make progress, and I worry about this. I mean, you know, I haven't slept all night worrying about this. I do worry about it because I do want to make sure that we can understand where all the Raac is, get the surveyors in, get it mitigated as soon as possible.
Her deputies come out and said it shows the real Gillian. But what this does, I think, is really illustrate the frustration on behalf of Gillian Keegan to really sort of solve this Raac crisis and how the blame for this, which let's not forget has been going on since 2018, is when this school collapsed in Kent, which really sparks this whole investigation into schools. She feels that she has been unfairly blamed for the chaos now engulfing schools. However, at the end of the day, she's Education Secretary and she has to carry the can.